Don't you think Mihawk is definitely one of the strongest pirates in One Piece history? He's known as the best swordsman in the world, and has been a rival to the famous red-haired Shanks for a long time. Mihawk also has a special dragon sword and even fought against Whitebeard at Marineford. But still, some fans doubt how powerful Mihawk really is. Recently, Oda, the creator of One Piece, said that Mihawk's sword skills are better than Shanks. Many people think this means Mihawk is stronger than Shanks. Even though Oda didn't say that directly, he did say Mihawk is the best swordsman, and his skills are better than Shanks. I don't want to get too deep into who is stronger, Shanks or Mihawk, but I'm asking you, One Piece fans, if you're watching this video, write in the comments who you think is stronger, Mihawk or Shanks. Mihawk was Shanks' rival when Shanks had 2 arms, but Mihawk decided not to fight Shanks anymore after Shanks lost an arm. People often say, but Oda said Shanks with 1 arm is just as strong as Shanks with 2 arms. Even if Oda said that, we have to think logically. Losing an arm is a handicap, and a person with 1 arm can't have the same physical abilities as a person with 2 arms. So we have to accept that Shanks lost some flexibility, mobility, and agility, which might give him some disadvantages in a fight. But now, tell me in the comments, Mihawk or Shanks, who is stronger right now? Please leave a like and subscribe. It makes me very happy and supports me. I love reading and replying to your comments. Let's enjoy the last years of One Piece together. I made this video because I believe Mihawk will play a huge role in the final war, and his power will amaze us like never before in One Piece. There are only a few characters who haven't shown much yet, like Shanks, Im, Blackbeard, and Mihawk. Mihawk is one of those characters saved for the end because he is still too strong, and the Straw Hats, Zoro, and others are not yet at his level. His sword skills and strength are currently better than Zoro, Luffy, and even the Gorosei. Mihawk will be important when characters like Dragon, Shanks, and Im become important because he can compete with them in strength. This also shows how strong the Cross Guild must be, because Crocodile is also very strong. But I don't want to talk about that now. The main question is whether Mihawk is a friend or an enemy. To answer this, we have to look at the Cross Guild. For example, Buggy is definitely not an enemy. Even if he might oppose Luffy, in situations like Marineford or Impel Down, he wouldn't fight against Luffy. Mihawk would act the same way and not fight against Luffy, because he is not with the world government. He even fights against the world government, which aims to destroy the Marines and the world government. So, Mihawk and Crocodile are very likely not enemies of Luffy. Also, Mihawk has a special bond with Zoro. Of course, they want to challenge each other someday, but we can all assume Mihawk doesn't want Zoro to fail. But now, when do you think Mihawk will show up? I firmly believe we will see Mihawk only in the final war. In the last part of One Piece, maybe even after the final war when Zoro has to fight him. Many people underestimate how strong Mihawk is, and what his sword skills can do. He is one of the few characters with a black blade and a dragon sword, and he was Shanks' rival. We all saw what Shanks did to Kid, for example. He defeated him easily. Kid is now working as a waiter at Baratai after meeting Shanks. Mihawk is at that level, and I could say he might even be slightly stronger, or at least equal to Shanks. Friends, you have to see it this way. Luffy will eventually surpass Shanks in strength, because it's his destiny. And if Shanks and Mihawk are on the same level, then Zoro must also reach that level, even if he is slightly below Luffy. I can even imagine Mihawk being a bit stronger than Shanks so that Zoro has more room to grow and can say he is stronger than an emperor at the end of One Piece. Luffy will become much stronger than the emperors, giving more room for Zoro and other characters. Since the Cross Guild is saved for the final part of One Piece, I think we will only see what the Cross Guild and Mihawk can do at the end. There's also a theory that Mihawk will be defeated by a villain like Shiryu or a Holy Knight, and then Zoro will defeat that person to become better than Mihawk. Zoro doesn't necessarily want to defeat Mihawk himself. He vowed to be the best swordsman, which currently means defeating Mihawk. But if Mihawk is defeated and loses that title, Zoro could defeat someone else. This could be Shiryu or a Holy Knight that Zoro has to fight. But I don't think Mihawk and Zoro will have a high-level fight. I can't imagine these two fighting to the death, because a fight between swordsmen is very extreme. In involving life and death. Just one attack can be fatal. But to go back to Mihawk's strength, his eyes, his character, his nature, he is something special. I'll bet on this. He has eyes just like Im, Joy Boy, and Zunisha. Here, Joy Boy means Luffy. I used to think these eyes were nothing special, but when we saw Im and Luffy with these eyes, I knew it was something special. I can imagine that Mihawk comes from an interesting family. His appearance is very unusual, and such an appearance usually comes from noble families. The fact that he always sits on a throne or lives in a palace, acting royally and never taking orders, shows that he seems aristocratic. He also has a dragon sword, and you wonder where he got it. Oda never said or commented on this. It could be a family heirloom, meaning he comes from a very noble or high-ranking family that got such a dragon sword. Despite his prominence in the series, little is known about his past or how he attained his title as the world's greatest swordsman. There could be significant revelations about his journey, his training, and the hardships he endured to reach such a pinnacle of skill. Understanding Mihawk's backstory could add depth to his character and explain his motivations and connections within the One Piece world. It's possible that Mihawk has ties to important events or figures from the Void Century, making his role in the upcoming conflicts even more critical. Additionally, Mihawk's potential alliances or rivalries beyond Shanks could play a crucial role in the final war. His interactions with other powerful characters, like the former warlords of the sea, might influence the balance of power. For instance, his relationship with Perona shows a different side of Mihawk, hinting at his capacity for forming bonds and possibly alliances. This dimension of his character could be pivotal when the ultimate battle against the world government and the Marines unfolds. Mihawk's strategic mind and combat prowess, combined with unexpected alliances, might turn the tide in favor of the protagonists. Another interesting point to consider is Mihawk's potential involvement in the ancient history and mysteries of the One Piece world. Given his unparalleled skills and enigmatic presence, Mihawk might hold crucial knowledge about the Void Century or the origins of the world's greatest swords. If Mihawk possesses information about these ancient secrets, he could play a pivotal role in uncovering the truth behind the world's history, aiding Luffy and his crew in their quest. This hidden knowledge could also explain why Mihawk remains such a formidable force, with skills and wisdom passed down through generations. Mihawk is definitely of special origin, and we will eventually see that he reveals this origin, and then I think we will see in the final war what incredible power he has. Like Shanks, he will impress us with his strength and show us true power. Feel free to write in the comments what you think would happen if Zoro and Mihawk met now. You can hate me for this, but I firmly believe that Mihawk versus Zoro would look just like Kid versus Shanks. People think Zoro is very strong and ready, and he is strong, but he is not ready for Mihawk. It would be exactly like with Kid. So I hope they take their time, and I think they will. Feel free to write in the comments if you want to see an informative video about Crocodile. Even if many don't believe it, I think Crocodile could become as strong as an emperor at the end of One Piece. This character has been around since the beginning of One Piece, and is still being developed. He will also play a significant role. So let me know your opinion in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment. That's all from me for now. Peace out. Your Rayyl.